Welcome to the RSI Trade of the Day. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at Verified Investing. And today I've got a good show for you guys. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I'm going to first start by covering the trade from Friday. The trade that went from Friday, we were using a 4-hour RSI time frame. It actually ended up going against us. It was negative sentiment based on the fact that earnings report had come out, and it got to our level. It got a $2 bounce. I was looking for a $3 to $5. Could have been higher depending on how the market reacted. However, it got $2 and then it just started to flush out. The stop loss that I gave you guys, it closed right below it. And I said, hey, if it closes below the lows of the day, let's go ahead and consider stopping out and then look at the flush that happened later. Continued with negative RSI divergence. And then eventually started to bounce as soon as it hit right around $310 or just above 310 bucks. So let's go ahead and recap that. So here's the chart of Coinbase. So when we went into this, I said, all right, there's a gap fill right at $333.50. Here's the gap fill that I was referring to. Let's go ahead and go to the daily time frame. Right, where did it go? That gap fill was right here, $3.35. $335.35. We did get a decent bounce off that level, and again, we were using the 4-hour time frame. And look at what happened. The 4-hour time frame, the RSI had dropped below the 30. It was a strong stock on the day, but then it continued to fall and created a lower low. And it even got to about $20. And then what happened, or 20 on the RSI. And then what happened? Then we got a nice reflex bounce off of that level after it got down to, like I said, close to 310 or almost under $310, and then decided to get a bounce. So let's see what happened intraday on the RSI. So let's go ahead and flip to the regular time frame. The RSI started to be negative, did have some positive RSI divergence once we broke that pivot high, but look at the cascade fall that it had. Bounced off of 315, got up to 325, just pierced it, and then the continual sell-off. As you can see, it did get back above the 70, but then the RSI stayed really, really weak. So this is what you got to look out for, right? So even if we're using a 4-hour time frame, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the potential trade setup to play out. We were trying to play this for a day trade, just based on the fact that there was that negative, that 4-hour oversold condition. But just like I said, it doesn't always guarantee that we're going to get a bounce just because we're in the oversold condition. It was a stronger stock on the day. It was right at the mid-level of the RSI on the daily time frame, and so I thought it was a good setup. But again, we took that stop out, and that was a good decision. It continued to drop. I ended up taking this in the day trading room. I thought I could maneuver through this. I did have some other signals that it gave me for our time frame. We ended up taking a loss on that one because I felt I could maneuver through that a little bit more. But there was, again, just so much negative sentiment in the market or in Coinbase that it just continued to fall just because there was negative sentiment in the markets as well. So, okay. So now let's go ahead and go over another chart. Copper is setting up for an opportunity for a potential long play. So it was oversold. Now look at what happened. So this is what I love to see. I love to see when price action and the RSI action are extremely volatile. And so that's what's setting up right here on the copper chart. As you can see, copper is down to 26 on the relative strength index. This is on the daily time frame after this huge sell-off. Look at that, a 27% decrease. Now we're starting to get a little bit of negative or oversold condition on copper. So here is a potential swing trade level. You've got this long-term upsloping trend line that connects from November 2023, hits right here at the 8th of February, hits it again on the 8th of April. So if it gets back down in this trend line, this would be a good opportunity to go long for a swing trade with potential to pick it up for an even lower price. So this level would be about $4.11 on the copper chart. I don't know what's going on with my my mouse. It's freaking out. Anyway, $3.65 would be another add level for that stock. Tesla, look at this chart of Tesla, you guys. Tesla has been kind of volatile lately. It had the lows here on the 7th of April, sitting right at $215, and it made a surge all the way up to $366. Now the price is consolidating inside of this wedge pattern with this upsloping trend line. It's respected this upsloping trend line, and so this favors a move at least to this downsloping trend line right here. So if you guys are bulls on Tesla, go ahead and hang in there. We are slightly oversold as far as the 50 on a stronger stock. So if we can get another surge up, it'll retest this downsloping trend line. Let's say about $340. If we start breaking that, we're going to come up here and retest this up, this pivot top at $367. So for you bears out there, if this trend line breaks, then this RSI could actually head down to the oversold condition and head to 30 on the RSI. And then you're looking at, there's a couple different places you could pick this up. So this is a previous gap fill at $277 that it could fill or hit again. And then you've got this major gap fill at $240. And this is just what the RSI is telling me. So you always want to also check out what else is happening in the stock charts, right? So it's not just the RSI, even though the RSI is trading right around the 40, meaning there are slightly more selling days with bigger sell candles than there are positives on green candles. So you kind of got to weigh that out and look at where support and resistance is at in addition to the RSI action. Right now, I still feel based on the chart setup that it's a strong stock on the day or on the daily time frame, and so it still has the potential to go higher. As the third hit of the upsloping trend line, that favors a bounce. And again, look for that $340 upside target if you guys are bulls, and wait for a breakout. And if it does break out, it's going much, much higher. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the next chart, AMD. So here's the AMD chart. AMD has earnings in a couple days. I think it's actually tomorrow after the bell. Look at how strong the RSI is on the AMD chart. Does this mean that all of a sudden where it's in an oversold condition or overbought condition, so now it's time to short? No. And the reason that it's not time to short yet, even though it isn't resistance, first off, we have earnings tomorrow and it's still in an uptrend. In uptrends, you got to respect the upsloping trend lines until they break. And as right now, AMD is staying really strong. And so the RSI can actually stay up here a little bit more. The reason that you're getting these dips in the RSI is because you're having these sell candles. So right now, our high is $182. And now if we zoom out, it got above this pivot high. It did end up closing below it. However, now that it's recaptured this, it's likely to head higher, and $187 is your next upside movement. And watch out, $210 would be an upside level for the RSI. I mean, for AMD. This is one of those stocks that's got this continual up move on the relative strength index. That's indicating that this stock is an uptrend. So stay away from it. It's not volatile enough for us to say that it's an overbought condition, and this is now time for an entry. Okay, so I want to go over XRP. I know it's not in the watch list, but XRP was one that I had mentioned. It's a strong altcoin, and if it gets back down to $2.65, this would be a great opportunity. The RSI would probably be about 50 to 40, and look at that. It got all the way down to 41, and then it got a really good bounce. I guess this was the support level that that the buyers for XRP were looking at. But this is what you want to see. You want to see a strong altcoin that moves up and then right back down into the 50. That basically means, so when you get the RSI at the 50 and you're using the 14-day time frame for the relative strength index, that means over the last 14 days, there have been an equal number, when it gets to the 50, it means there have been an equal number of buyer candles and selling candles. So basically breaks even on that. But because it's such a strong altcoin, this is one that you can actually go long when it breaks 40, or breaks 50 and gets down to around the 40. Okay, so it basically creates that oversold condition. And as you saw on XRP, this was a great oversold condition. Look at how many candles down it was in on a strong altcoin. I do think that it could, if it starts breaking down below this low pivot and this high pivot right here, then it could retest this upsloping trend line. This is going to be major support. And if it's down around the 30, this would be a great long-term buying opportunity for you on XRP. All right, now let's go ahead and go over the trade of the day. All right, so usually when I go over the trades of the day, it's on stocks that I had been looking at the last couple days, like SMCI and HIMS, right? But I don't have that market data necessarily on something like on semiconductors. They did have earnings, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what I'm seeing in the charts based on the earnings report, not necessarily the relative strength index. On semiconductors has been a monster lately. Even though it is selling off today, I do have some support levels for you guys. So the trade of the day is $49.54 on ON Semiconductor. That would be your long trade. So right now it's trading at $54.40. So that would be another 8% drop from its current price action. But this is a really nice gap fill. And then you have an additional gap fill at $47.37 for an additional support level. So right in this area, my trade of the day is $49.54. If it hits that level, this would be a great opportunity for a long play based on the fact that it's still in an uptrend. It's still a strong stock. And so you should get a nice bounce off that level. So if you are going to play this here, you could just put a stop below this low pivot. If it breaks this low pivot and you don't want to try to maneuver through this trade at $48.94, then that would be your stop out level. To close below that, you could exit, or you could try to add there and try to maneuver through it on that particular trade. But that's what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. And again, I'll be live every day. The market is open at 8:45. And please stay tuned. Gareth Soloway is going to go live in less than 3 minutes. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care. And I think I'm still live.